Game 2 of the World Series.
Verlander's never won a World Series game, and that's lifted to left. Two-run double for Rendon.
That's a no-doubter. 3-2 Nationals. Things have gotten brutal this inning for the Astros, and the Astros fans are stunned.
The Washington Nationals take a 2-0 lead in the World Series.
For the first time since 1933, Washington, D.C. will play host to a World Series game. And this time, the home team, the Washington Nationals, up 2-0 in this best-of-7 Fall Classic. Welcome in to our Caps Off Game 3 preview. Phil Murphy here alongside Mark Donaldson. And Mark, all the momentum swings to D.C. as we do as well for this special edition of Caps Off.
Not many people, I think even the most enthusiastic Washington Nationals supporter would have expected them to be playing Game 3 with a 2-0 lead, having won twice in Houston. The Astros are still favorites to win Game 3, but the Nationals now are favorites to win the World Series.
And we got here, the Nationals with the 2-0 series lead, because the Nationals blew it open in the 7th inning of Game 2. Kurt Suzuki getting it all started. 0-43 hitter in the postseason to this point, solo home run, and after that, the dam broke.
I love the fact in sport you get people who are not meant to be heroes and stars that turn out to be stars. The Hawaii-born Kurt Suzuki. But after this, after Verlander let the home run go, Ryan Presley was horrible. He had another 6 runs go by him, and this was a destruction.
Here's the man that got it all started, Kurt Suzuki himself.
Oh man, that felt great. All those homers that I hit before doesn't compare to this one. I mean, to help the team any way I can. Obviously tie game right there. Start the inning with that. It felt great right there.
What happened in that inning from your perspective?
Where would you like me to start? The leadoff homer?
What happened on the pitch with Suzuki?
He hit a home run.
Is that where you wanted the pitch?
No.
Justin, yeah, well, we lost 2 games before during the regular season, and everyone in here knows how to bounce back. We've done it before in the postseason, and we're going to go to Washington with our heads held high and get after it.
It's going to take a little something to get back into it. The Astros have to win 4 of 5, and historically, some quick math. Let's see, carry the 0. 23-3 are teams when winning the first 2 on the road in this best-of-7 format.
But you know what I think is more interesting and why this is a must-win? Only once in history, never in a World Series, has a team come from 3-0 down in baseball to win the series. That was the Red Sox in 2004 against the Yankees. It's going to be really tough to do that. That is why the Astros have to win on enemy soil tonight.
Well, who are they turning to in Game 3? A man they actually decided to add to their team for this very purpose, a stretch run. Zach Greinke, a trade deadline acquisition via Arizona. He was tremendous in the regular season for the Astros. 8-1 record, ERA right around 3. In the playoffs, he got touched up by Tampa, was much more serviceable against New York.
He's been streaky. You mentioned during the regular season he was decent. And again, the intrigue in this one is Zach Greinke, who's probably third best, but he's going up against Anibal Sanchez, who's not pitched for, 13 days?
Yeah, but he has been lights out for this team. He went a short outing against the Dodgers. He was fine. The Nationals ended up losing that game, but he absolutely dominated the St. Louis Cardinals last time out. And again, with all the pressure on the Astros, when you have a guy who hasn't pitched in almost 2 weeks, like you said, this is exactly what you want.
But what the Astros want is to get to the Nationals' bullpen nice and early. And if they can do that, I think it's advantage them. If they can't, if Sanchez can keep going, then we could be in for a 3-zip lead.
Again, this ERA for Greinke a little distorted because the Rays hit him so well, so hardly. But again, over the body of work, Sanchez, clearly the class of these 2 pitchers this postseason. Word got out about our step up to the dish at Game 1 of the World Series in Houston. Vince Navarrete, senior executive chef for the Washington Nationals, Nationals Park, stepping up the game. Vince, we have a lot to sample here. I'm not going to waste any time. So, Chef, please start describing these delicacies at the park. First, the winner,
turkey wing dinner. So a little bit of a homage to, let's call it Thanksgiving, holiday, just nice and warm. Stuffing, we have casserole, we have a little bit of cranberry sauce, and this amazing, delicious turkey.
Come on, Murphy, I'm hungry.
I can tell that's going to be filling. What about this?
So taking a little bit of an oyster po' boy, a little bit of a influence from the wharf, putting it into a sandwich. There it is. That's an oyster po' boy sandwich that we have here at the ballpark.
DC area seafood is incredible. I'm very excited for this. Mark, you need to sample something, don't you?
This is my favorite. What is?
So that is a 14-hour smoked beef short rib. So that is something that we get great pride. Delicious. I see. Nice.
That's
tender.
almost a kilogram of meat, by the way.
So
Give that man enough time, he'll finish it off.
That's phenomenal. This just screams America to me. It really does.
And the best part about all of this, Chef, all of this is available to anyone in the ballpark, correct?
Anyone. There's obviously different sections of the ballpark. We want you to walk around. We want you to explore our ballpark. So it's not saying hidden, but you do have to walk around to find it.
Okay, now this I sampled at the Food Fest, the Ben's Chili Half Smoke. Mark gets to sample it. What's this one like?
This is an iconic half smoke. So half smokes is going to mean we have a little bit of beef, a little bit of pork in that sausage. It's going to be cheese, mustard, and onion. So again, classic DC, found there in one bite.
This is wrong.
No, it's very right.
No,
I'm making a mess and I'm ready for it.
There's a donut, and what's in the middle of the donut?
Okay, so
Mambo chicken donut sandwich.
So, yeah,
that's not right.
Mambo chicken is something that is DC, that screams DC. I said, okay, how do I give this to you handheld? And there's donuts.
My goodness.
It's delicious.
Does it
it's soft.
work?
It's good.
So much flavor. The contrast of flavor, the sweet and like
Really?
the tangy of the
Yeah.
chicken. This is the best thing I've sampled so far. That's
Really?
outstanding.
No.
But then
You might top it there.
so that's an edible chocolate bag. So you have fresh berries. I know you're
I'm going to start with the raspberry because I can get one of my 5 a day. And this basically cancels out the calorific disaster so far from eating this. So the raspberry's very good, but look at this.
look at that. So
It's a chocolate box, isn't it?
yes, and then there's white chocolate mousse, and again there's berries, there's brownie. It's everything you would want in a dessert, found one bite.
I've got to say one thing, okay, before we stop doing this. And it's an homage to a movie as well. Get in my belly.
Unbelievable. We also have a alcohol-free version of normally a
Correct.
cocktail
So
at
this
the
is going to be
ballpark.
the fall classic. It's going to be fresh cider. You're going to have ginger ale and Buffalo Trace bourbon.
You could toss some bourbon in there, it'd go down quite nicely.
Yeah.
Chef, thank you so much. We really appreciate this. This is fantastic. I'm excited after we finish this to go get some
There
more.
you go.
Look at the state of this. Get in home.
Well, here is this 20-year-old star, Juan Soto. Third youngest player, as you saw, to hit cleanup in a World Series, and he just cleaned up. Wow! That's well hit into left field. Soto delivers again. This kid's unbelievable. A star, if he hasn't been born already, is being born here tonight for the Washington Nationals and across MLB, Juan Soto.
This kid has got something special, and Washington's glad to have him.
So 4 times this season, the Washington Nationals have popped champagne in celebration. Every time, that man, Juan Soto, had to be holding sparkling cider because here in the U.S., the legal drinking age is 21. And today is Soto's 21st birthday. Much like I had the alcohol-free cocktail there, maybe I'll get to enjoy that later tonight. Soto has the opportunity now. If the World Series ended today, he's your MVP.
Without a doubt, but it doesn't end today. And if they were to win 4-0, 4-1 or whatever, he may still be. But there's a long way to go in this one. But what we've seen so far from a kid at the age of just 20, everyone who has spoken about, and I'm talking All-Stars and Hall of Famers, nothing but good to say. And look what we've done.
We've gotten him a birthday card in celebration. He's a tremendous talent, a lot of fun to watch. Feliz cumple. Happy birthday, Juan Soto, 21 years old today for Game 3. And the Nationals would love to make us update this graphic in the next couple hours. 5 guys have homered on their 21st birthday in Major League history. Hall of Famer Ted Williams, Hall of Famer Frank Robinson, Alex Rodriguez, Jason Hayward, and future Hall of Famer Mike Trout. Quite a list.
Not bad, huh? Well, celebrations for Juan Soto and also for the Washington Nationals. Alongside me, the president and general manager of baseball operations, Mike Rizzo. Mike, have you dared to dream 2-0 up?
I have not. I have not dared to even think about it. It's we're sort of the way we've been going about this thing since really late May to dig ourselves out of this hole is we're trying to take one day at a time. Our motto is go 1-0 today. So that's the mindset we have right now. We're going to continue.
Mr. Rizzo, you've been with this team since before they were in this ballpark. As you sit around and survey and look at what will be the first World Series game in Washington, D.C. in 86 years, what are you feeling?
It's just a beautiful feeling. I feel so good for the community, the District of Columbia and the DMV in general, and this fan base. We've went through a lot of bad baseball at the beginning, and for the last 8 years we've been a really competitive team, won a lot of baseball games, but to get over that playoff hump and to get to the World Series is a remarkable feat, and I couldn't be happier for the fan base.
Easy to say to fans in any sport, be patient. It's harder to actually be patient, and they've been rewarded, your fans, haven't they?
They were very patient and very supportive, and they have been rewarded. It's a great ownership group that's not afraid to spend on players and to take care of the fan base, and it's just a glorious redemption of where we've been and where we've come from to where we're at today.
I hate to ask you to be brief, but we're running out of time in our show.
Sure.
What do you think the atmosphere will be like here, first pitch of Game 3?
Well, I think it's going to be crazy. It's going to be loud, excited. These guys, this fan base has been terrific for us throughout the playoffs in our total existence, but specifically this year, they have been on fire, and I expect nothing less. It's going to be a sold-out, crazy crowd, and it's going to be a big home field advantage for us.
I have to say, if your team tonight plays as well as the food that you serve in this ballpark, we'll just give you the rings right now. Fantastic.
That's awesome. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much. This has been it for Caps Off. Thank you, Mr. Rizzo, for joining us. Enjoy the game. Thanks for hanging out with us. Here's Game 3.